Hi everyone, it's Kristine here. Today I want to talk about why we're really here. Why are we living our lives? Is there any point beyond what we know in the physical world? What's the greater reason behind who we are and why we're alive? And my beliefs have come largely from the books I've read by Michael Newton. So the first book, that I was aware of was Journey of Souls. And he followed that up with Destiny of Souls. And they're my two favourites. And they're the two that, I want to mention. And he only died a few years ago himself, but he was a therapist. He worked with people doing past life regressions to unpack the trauma that they have in their lives or to find the deeper meaning of what they want out of their lives. And he accidentally stumbled across going beyond previous lives and into the space between lives. And he really explored that space. And it needs to be taken with a bit of faith, but with the 7,000 or so case studies that he did, and then I believe his, some of the therapists that he's trained or have been trained in his ways, they've gone on and done many, many more, I believe up to about 70,000 case studies to date. And so many consistencies in those results. So it's enough to convince me, but it's up to each individual to take on board what feels right to you. But what I get out of it most of all is that we're not here by accident. And that, in fact, we're really quite amazing. We're really quite magnificent. We, in that space between our lives, we choose the experiences that we want to have. We choose the lessons that we want to learn. We even choose the parents and the family and the country in which we live that lifetime, and that we feel best suits our purpose for that lifetime. So it's a lot to think about, but I just love it. And it helps explain, it just sits well with my beliefs. And it's up to each and every individual to take it on board or not. And however you feel is okay. But if we consider that we live more than once, that the time we're here for this life is just one tiny snippet of who we really are. It's like one chapter of a book. One chapter of a book, I'm here as Kristine, but there's so much more to who I am. So if we lean towards racism, we might find ourselves coming back one day in a minority racial group. And so it takes away that feeling of superiority in any sense, in any situation. And it's very humbling. Now, I feel like I'm not giving his work justice the way I'm describing it, but I will continue to talk about his work in many future videos. But if it's not just by chance, and if things don't happen just by accident, if we deliberately choose the challenges that we take on, the experiences that we have, the key themes to our life or the purpose to our life, if that's all very carefully planned, selected and chosen, then there's so much more to us than what we might otherwise have thought. And we really are, each and every one of us really is amazing, really is magnificent. And if we can make the most of the lifetime that we have here with that new perspective, then that's all the better. Whatever it is that takes to make us feel good about ourselves and to make us feel that we're enjoying being alive. It's not easy, and that's a whole other thing that I'll talk about in future. But again, I think we choose our challenges because we always want to learn. We always want to overcome things. And in the bigger picture, we want to experience everything, whether that's joy, whether that's family connection, whether that's a breakup in a relationship, whether that's an abusive situation. It's no longer seen as good and bad. It's no longer seen so much as light and dark. It's just things that we can experience, things that we can learn to overcome. So that is something for you to think about. I do want to talk a lot more about that, and I will. But just remember, you really are amazing. You really are wonderful. And if that can give you a little boost, on days when it's hard to get out of bed or on days when it's hard to keep your energy up, then take it on board and really believe it. And hopefully it will help you feel a little bit better. All right, thanks. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.